An advanced stretch that we do with the ProFlex system is the lower back stretch. Now keep in mind, this is an advanced optional stretch only done based on the lower back health of the user. Okay, Linda, push the T-grip in the boom all the way down as far as it'll go. Okay, now what I want you to do is put both legs up on the leg deck. And she's got her knees bent. This is critical. By bending the knees and digging the heel in, this disengages the hamstring and allows us to focus on the lower back. Now keep in mind, this is the only stretch in the ProFlex system where we will ask the user to round their low back and drop their head down. You always have to remember too, any stretching system or machine that asks you to drop your head and round your back to isolate any other muscle group other than your lower back is teaching you improper stretching form. Okay, now Linda, what I'm going to have you to do is grab the T-grip, okay, and pull your head down so that you're now rounding and stretching the back. Now Linda would hold this stretch for about 30 seconds and again getting a fantastic back stretch. Dynamic stretching is a great way for advanced participants to enhance their flexibility, and performing the exercises prior to using the ProFlex machine is very effective. Remember, it's always suggested to warm the body up prior to any type of stretching, especially dynamic and ballistic movements. First, we begin with the hamstring swing kick. Right hand on the hip, stand laterally to the boom, right leg back. The supporting foot must remain on the floor at all times. You're going to swing the right leg up, kicking like you're kicking a soccer ball or a football, and then place it back down behind you. Each kick, you want to try to kick a little bit higher than the one before it. Remember, the supporting heel must remain on the floor at all times. After about 10 repetitions, the user will relax, and then we will change sides and repeat on the other side. Next, we move into the hip and groin swing kick. The setup is very simple. Turn towards the machine so that the toes of the supporting foot are facing the machine and the heel of the supporting foot is directly behind the toes. Remember, when doing the swing kick, make sure that the base foot or the supporting foot remains on the ground at all time, and when doing the swing kick, the kicking heel must be higher than the toes. Very important to have proper foot position. You will try to kick a little bit higher on each kick, and after 10 to 15 repetitions, you will repeat with the other leg. Stretching the chest and shoulder muscles on the ProFlex machine is very easy to do. Simply stand beside the machine, extend your arm straight out so that your hip and shoulder are aligned with the boom. Arch your low back, lift your chest up, and you will gently lean into the stretch, again stretching the chest, the pecs, the shoulder. You'll hold that stretch for 30 seconds, focusing on having proper posture during the entire stretch. Stretching the hip flexors and quads, simply put one foot over the leg deck, making sure that the posture is maintained properly at all times. Chest up, low back arched, and simply drop down into the stretch. Hold the stretch for 30 seconds, and then you will repeat with the other leg. To stretch the calf, simply put one foot up on the calf stretch bar, making sure that the heel remains firmly on the ground. Again, proper posture, and simply lean the hips and shoulders forward, maintaining the heel on the ground. That will give you a fantastic calf stretch. P and F stretching can be easily performed on the ProFlex unit. We use this technique to break through sticking points or plateaus. The user will contract their legs inward for 10 seconds and then they will relax. And you'll notice after they contract for 10 seconds inward, they'll be able to crank the machine open a little bit more. Again, P&F stretching, fantastic method used on the ProFlex stretch. An advanced stretch that we do on the ProFlex for the hamstrings is a combination of P&F and contract and relax. We'll have the person push their heel down into the pad and contract their thighs or quad muscles for 10 seconds and then relax. You'll notice that there's a strong contraction and then relaxation, pushing the T-grip up the boom, and then repeating the process.